Hi, everyone. It's Cindy Walter, and I have my dear friend Angela with us today. It is April 15th, and I had just did a call for her team. What night was that? Wednesday night, Ann? Wednesday night, and asked her if she would be so kind to let me interview her for you guys as well. So we're going to share this with all of you. I want Angela to just start off by sharing, first of all, how I met her. Let me share that with you first. Was at Top Achievers. My first Top Achievers, I really knew no one. I went by myself. My husband was not able to go with me. He stayed home with the kids, and I met Angela there. And I was sitting in front of her when they announced her name as a big trip earner going to Paris, and she just started to cry. And you were by yourself too. And so we hugged, we got to know each other, and I just fell in love with her the very first time I met her. You guys will see why in 5 seconds. She just has a heart of gold. She is so honest and open and willing to share. When the company says hashtag one team, Angela totally embraces it. And I've followed her. So we feel like we've kind of grown up together in this. I did have some direct selling history behind me, some experience. Angela did not, so we don't share that in common, but we've kind of grown up together in Isagenix, and it's just been so awesome to watch your success. And so what I'd like you to do is just start at the beginning. You know what? I know you didn't come here like I did for the business. You came here for the product. So do you mind sharing that, your story from the beginning?
I would be very happy to. Do you hear me okay?
Perfect.
Okay. And I do feel like we've kind of grown up together, and it's nice because every month they do the recognition, and every time I see your name or I see you, hit something big, I'm like, yes, that's my girl. And that's, something I love about this company is that people are genuinely happy for one another. I mean, you and I have been in this approximately the same time, and just watching where you start, it's a huge motivation for me. Mom of 4 kids, and just doing your thing, and I watch you, and it pushes me to be better, and it gives me hope. So thank you for all you do. You're an amazing leader.
Well, I couldn't agree with you more about you. So I follow your every footstep, and I'm just trying to keep up with you. It's so fun.
Thank you.
Well, share. So how were you introduced to Isagenix?
I would be happy to. I started this program January 17th of 2013. I had my second child, and she was about a year old, and the weight was not coming off at all. And I come from a Russian family of immigrants. We love to eat, we love food, and most of us have struggled with weight. I've done every program that's popular in the U.S. I've tried the counting points and the microwavables, and if Dr. Oz said it, I was doing it, and if Oprah recommended it, I was on it. And I'm always frustrated. It would take me forever to lose 10 pounds, and then just as soon as I was done with that program, I would put it back on. I saw my friend post something on Facebook that she was doing some type of a detox or a cleanse, and I was very interested. I've never heard of a detox or a cleanse, but sounded like something new and something cool, and I was open to give it a shot. She did not sign me up, unfortunately, and she gave me away to a stranger. So yeah, I tell everyone, even if you're not interested in the business, no one's really interested in the business, sign them up, because you never know what could happen. Week 1 into the program, I was down 7 pounds. By week 3, I was down 11. I called up my mom. I said, you don't ask me any questions. You have got to do this. It's going to change your life. My husband, who was a truck driver, spending about $30 a day on food, and when I say food, I'm talking Red Bull, Red Robin, Wawa, hoagies on the road. And I said, number 1, you're going to save us a lot of money. Number 2, you're going to feel incredible. He saw something change within me. And I signed up my friend Anna, a neighbor, a mom who I used to hang out at the park with. Our girls would play. I could not believe that I got a credit card in the mail for $212, because Jenny Craig never paid me, ever.
Or Weight Watchers, or
Nutrisystem. So for me, it was like, are you kidding me? So I reached out to my coach and I was like, okay, well, what's next? She said, well, you know, you got about a week left. There's this thing called Crystal Manager. You know, if your mom finds two and your husband finds two, you're going to get $450. And prior to Isagenix, I was a stay-at-home mom who gave up her career, her profession with Child Protective Services. I was an investigator for child abuse, and I love social work. I love helping people, families, just anything of service, giving back to others. And, you know, when I heard that there was an opportunity for me to do something and earn an income, because, you know, 7 years staying at home, I wasn't doing anything. And I kind of felt bad about that, where I would say, babe, can I have $20? I want to wax my eyebrows. Or, babe, me and the girls want to go for lunch. Can I have $20? It's so degrading. Yeah. Having to always ask my husband for a 20, like allowance. And I pushed. I went for Crystal Manager, and I did it. And I said, what's next? And then they said Crystal Director. And $1,350, good Lord. I thought, you know what? I'm going to bring my kids to Disney World. I'm going to do something magnificent for my family. And I did. And, you know, that's how it started. I never said I'm going to be a millionaire or I'm going to build a legacy. It was just like, all right, how can I make a little more? How can I make a little more? Yeah. And that's really how my journey began. I lost 28 pounds in 2 months. I went from a size 12 to a size 4. I felt magnificent, not just in the weight loss, but I felt energized. I quit smoking cigarettes. I gave up coffee. Who is this girl? And I wanted to tell everyone about it. I felt incredible, and I just wanted to help people with this.
Okay, so then you went from that to, in a very short time, being the top enroller for the whole entire company. How does that happen?
You know, I tell you honestly, I am very coachable. I listen. And when my coach said, I mean, I started in January, my first sign up was in February, you know, March, April, May, June, July. There was this thing in Las Vegas called Celebration, maybe 5-6 months into my business. And she said, you got to go. She goes, if you want to learn the business, if you want to get better, she said, you know, I'm going. A lot of people are going to be there. You got to go. And I told my husband, I said, get the kids, pack them up. We're going to Las Vegas. He said, it's 114 degrees in Las Vegas in August. And you know what? I did whatever was necessary. And I went to Celebration, and I saw something incredible that I never even knew existed. First of all, not one person was sick, was sneezing, was coughing. Healthy people of all sizes. This was not about big or small or fat or tall. Healthy human beings. That was the first thing. The second thing I saw, they were huggers. They were happy huggers. They were positive. They were, hey, I saw you on Facebook, girl. How you doing? Let me give you a hug. And I'm from New York. I'm like, a little weird.
What do you want?
But that's the thing. They didn't want anything. They were just positive and loving and beautiful. And then you saw these people take the stage. And you hear stories upon stories about a hand therapist from Nebraska who made $1 million, a New York State trooper who's the #1 income earner, an old man walked on stage punching, you know, saying I was a butcher, you know, and these people, they honestly, I get choked up, and it's too early in the call to be crying, but these people spoke to me. Yeah. And I thought, why shouldn't I have an extraordinary life? And, you know, I went home with such a fire and such a passion. And my why was because I don't want my kids to grow up the way I did. I want to get them out of the apartment building. I want to buy a house for them. My parents came to America to give us a better life. What if this is it? What if? And I went home, and everything I was afraid of, what they thought of me, what they would say about me, what people would think of me. It just went out the window. I didn't care because I knew something better, far better lie ahead.
Mm-hmm.
And, I listened to these calls and I listened to these podcasts, and from everyone. I Googled, Warren Lance. I found his podcast. I felt like I was doing something illegal. I'm like, yes, I found their team call. And I would like spy on different people's team calls, but I was taking it all in. I heard Jeffrey Combs did a magnificent podcast about rejection and handling objections. And this always stuck with me. The same 5 objections that people have. And I said, hey, it's not me. They're all hearing it. I don't have the money. I don't have the time. I got to ask my doctor. I got to ask my spouse. And I said, all right, which one are they going to give me now? Because I'm equipped to handle it. Yeah. And I just feel that I wanted it so bad. And I wanted to help so many that I made it about others. I made it about how many people can I reach, can I touch. And honestly, when they called me up for the #1 enroller, I'm embarrassed to say, but I was sitting there drinking champagne at my first gala, like nobody's business. And Travis Garza said, Angela Maresca. I had no idea why they were calling me. I didn't know that this thing even existed. I didn't strive to do this. I just did whatever was necessary,
And I think that's what I love most about your story, that a stay-at-home mommy who got healthy is changing your whole entire financial blueprint for your family. And what I've loved is watching the journey from the apartment to your beautiful home with an in-ground swimming pool in the backyard for those girls. I've met your girls. I've met your husband. We love you guys. And it's so cool for me to watch this. And what I love about this is we can help other people achieve this too. And what I felt in my prior companies, I was with 2 prior companies doing home parties. I lost my belief that anyone could have that kind of an income story with those companies. I didn't have that kind of an income story, and I certainly knew anyone I brought in couldn't. Here, I know that anyone watching this video can do what we've done. Anyone can do it, and that's what fires me up. That's why I can't fall asleep at night. That's what shoots me out of bed in the morning. All right, so what I'd like you to share is, do you mind sharing, like, what has been your absolute biggest income month? Do you mind sharing that?
Last May, I made $52,000.
In 1 month. How did that feel when that happened? How on earth did you feel when that happened?
I have to tell you honestly that every Monday I get paid, and every Monday I cry. I mean, it's hard not to. I worked for Child Protective Services. I went to school. My stepfather, who's no longer, on earth, he would say that you've got to go to school, Ange. You've got to do better. And I this Russian mentality. And I got my master's. He said, it's not good enough. You got to go towards your PhD. And he always pushed me so much. And, for my parents, for me to have a city job with a pension and benefits, they were in their glory. And I wish my stepfather was alive to see this. And I kind of feel like every Monday, $6,000, $8,000, and it's mind-blowing that somebody like me can do this. But then I hear the stories. My friend, one of the gals on the team, she's having a baby. She retired as a dental hygienist, who's now, just like Kathy, who's now 9 months pregnant, who's about to have a baby. And I keep thinking about this life this baby is going to have. She worked hard to get to 4-star. I think about my friend Vicky, who worked with Child Protective Services with me, how dangerous it was, how you put your life on the line every day, and you are underappreciated so much, and you risk your life to help people. And she hit 4-star, and she's at PTA. I said, can you talk? She said, I'm doing book club for the kids at school. And I thought, how magnificent all these people now, the ones that believe me, the ones that stuck it out, the ones that stayed with me. And I feel like, look, if I promise you, you're going to do this, you're going to do this, and I'm going to do everything I can. And I feel like now it's not about the paycheck. I mean, when you're okay, you're okay. To me, it makes no difference if you make $4,000 a week or $14,000 a week. When you're safe, when you're okay, you're okay. And now it's about helping others. And I feel like in life I was brought up with such terrible beliefs about wealthy people that, you know, they're filthy rich or they're stinking rich or such snobs. It's not true. Everything I was taught to believe is not true. I mean, I speak to Kathy and she's just my role model, my mentor. I look at her as a mother figure in life. They are so generous. Unless you have money, you cannot change the world. You cannot help other people. Mm-hmm. You know, just some of the best people that I met, Chris and Lori Harder, how much they donate, how much they give. It's just really great people to be around. And every day I listen to the CD, Millionaire Mindset, and I'm slapping myself silly on the head. I have a millionaire mind, you know, because I'm trying to change my blueprint. You have to think differently about yourself, about what you deserve, about your family. You know, growing up in Brooklyn, New York, for an immigrant family, you were never taught to even dream that you can, you know, have these kinds of things. So every day it's about working on yourself and growing and getting better and really just sharing this gift with as many people as possible.
Yeah. Oh, I couldn't agree with you more. Couldn't agree with you more. Okay. So we were together, let's see, at New Year's kickoff, right? And that is when you had the probably hugest cycling growth week of your entire career so far, correct? You want to share with everybody what happened there. And I think, honestly, what happened with you is you were so consumed with helping your people promote that you promoted not only once, but twice. And, you know, the quote that I always go by is, if you help enough other people get what they want, you do get what you want. So we were together and you were going for 7-star. And then you hit it and you were like, okay, I've got 24 hours. Let's go for 8-star. So share with everybody, like in one weekend, how on earth does someone do that?
I grew 107 cycles in 107. Less than, so my total for the week was about 257 cycles. But I have to tell you that all of the leaders were hustling to help the people underneath them. At no point did we stop and look at our own. I mean, I knew it was a strong week and the pina coladas and all the excitement, but we run a 90-day game plan in conjunction with Isagenix. Mm-hmm. So I asked some leaders to step up and I said, let's do it. I had 15 great leaders who started at the very beginning of our blitz, and I assigned each of them a team of 8, preferably their downlines, because, you know, you want to lift other people up. And every week we had great assignments, and I have them right here. I mean, week 1 was working on your why, week 2 vision boards, organization, making a list, launch parties, working on your 30-second story. So each week the leaders and I, you know, were working on this particular topic. And of course we play for points and prizes and do fun things. But the week of the pina colada, when I knew it was going to be a strong week, I reached out to the 15. We had a Zoom call and I said, what can we do? So here's some of the things that the leaders said that they wanted to do. We went through the downline and we said, we are going to message everyone, active and inactive, and tell them about the pina coladas, about the new products, excitement. We're going to take everyone who is cycling 4 cycles or less, and we're going to make a magnificent club for them, call it the 5 Cycle Club. And we're going to talk to them about, look, if you hit 5, Isagenix is going to pay you for another 5. So we got these guys excited. So once you get somebody to 5, that'll get somebody else to 1. That'll get someone else to 2. And we really just started lifting from the ground up. We did the Crystal Consultant bonus, where if you find 2 friends in the first week, we'll throw in an extra $50. I mean, we were just follow-ups with everyone that you've ever spoken to, doing 3-ways, pushing the team, messaging everyone that we know, texting people with urgency. But it was 15 of us that did this. And as a result, Ellen jumped from 3 to 4. Vicky jumped from 2 to 4. And, you know, I think the general consensus, the feeling of the team, what Jay Bennett called it magical. And it really was quite magical. And there was a lot of tears and a lot of sweating and a lot of, we can do this. But the general feeling was, let's do whatever it takes. And I think that my biggest takeaway was, it wasn't about you. It was, who are we going to get to the next level? And, you know, 15 people holding hands and pushing together and working together. It really was magical. And when it happened, we were celebrating one another. And with pride, I am taking all the Blitz people out for dinner on May 14th. And, you know, it's not about the money. It's about pouring back into the team and really showing people what an incredible life is truly possible.
Oh, it gives me goosebumps. Okay, so I have to ask, has there been anything along your way that you've been discouraged or have felt stuck or have felt like, gosh, have I made the right choice? Anything like that? Because what I think really one of the only things that is hard for me as a leader is when people are discouraged and they want to quit. And I'm like, no, don't do it. You just got to wait. You just got to be patient. If you keep working, if you're consistent, if you're committed, it's going to happen for you. So can you speak to that?
I think I have probably had everything happen to me. I have had family block me and delete me. I have had somebody who I've helped lose 50 pounds go in and help her get to Crystal Director, go into every Facebook group that I've ever posted in and bash me and say that I'm a scammer. I have had consultants quit, people who I've hoped for. I've, you know, made mistakes. Like I literally bought someone a box and said, I believe in you. And literally they returned the box. I've had my best friend stop. I have probably been through more than most people go through. But my belief has never faltered. I believe in the products. I know Jim and Kathy intimately. I saw how they treated my daughter when we were on that trip to Paris and Rome. I saw them do things that they don't have to do. They go above and beyond the Welcome Home Challenge. They opened up their home to strangers. My belief in the company is not going to falter no matter what anybody says. My belief in the products are there. Sometimes I have a hard time believing in myself, in my self-worth, and my insecurities that I was, but I'm willing, I'm worth it to work on myself, to get better and stronger. You know, my whole life I grew up very independent, having to care for myself. Really, the hard knock life, it was not easy. I was sent to boarding school. I was raised by a stepfather who was very strict. So life was not easy, but I do believe that I'm worth it. And I do believe that anything good takes time and practice. And, you know, I'll never have a supermodel body. I'll never be in fitness competitions. Some things you have to embrace and be okay with. but that doesn't mean that I don't have other wonderful qualities that people are not attracted to. And you have to find good in yourself. You know, your brain, like David Wood said, is not trained to wake up every morning and say, hey there, sexy, how you doing? Your brain is programmed to say, I'm too fat, I'm not good at this, so you really have to train your brain. You know, you have to work on yourself. And I have 2 little girls, and they are worth it, and I am worth it.
Yeah.
So things have happened along the way that I think can throw somebody off if you're not strong. But you have to want it bad enough, and you have to believe. And how do you believe? You listen to the people that have done it before you. You get to the events. You stick with it. Every successful person that I've heard from, I've never heard one person say, hey, I signed up 40 people, all 40 signed up, one consultant, and I'm filthy stinking rich. It didn't work like that. You know, I've spoken to 2,500 people to enroll the people that I have. And I stunk at first. I stunk. I was telling them that they couldn't eat a boar's head turkey. They had to buy the whole turkey. I was telling them about cleanse days and bowel movements. I was horrific. It took a lot of trial and error before I can safely say that I signed up 500 people. And I'm still learning. I'm still doing the healthy body, the mastery one. I want to get better as a person, for my business, for my girls, for the team. Of course, there's going to be, you know, things that happen. There is attrition, people fall off. There is apathy. There's rejection. These are very normal things. But if you prepare for it, if you don't take it like a knife to the heart, and you just keep going, it will be okay. It really will. You'll get through it. You'll be the best because you've gone through the most crap.
Yeah, and I agree. We need to swap childhood and growing up stories one of these days, because I'm very similar to you in a lot of ways there. And I was going to ask you about personal development, but I don't think I need to now, because you just said you're still personally developing yourself, and I have seen a huge change in you since the first time I met you. Absolutely, you are definitely more confident. Everything you do, your belief level. I think you believed when I first met you, but it is like, there's no one that could deny you have 100%, 110% belief in everything. And I think most people, if they do struggle, it's either with network marketing or themselves. I think those people really don't struggle with the company or the products. I mean, it's just, that's easy to believe in. So you have to figure out where you need work and really master that. And personal development is something, you know, how much time do you spend in personal development? Is that part of your scheduled activities each day, Angela?
You know, I do. I don't schedule it in, but for instance, when I go pick up the baby from school, I have the Millionaire Mindset in the car this week. Before that, I had Dave Ramsey, Money Matters, because I need to learn about how to handle all that money. I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah. I bought the Lynn Hagedorn CD. I have books. I read a little each night, maybe
I love John Maxwell.
Yeah, I read a little bit each night. I listen to maybe 3 podcasts a week. I have educational stuff in the car. I don't schedule it in, but it is most certainly something important, you know. So you do have to grow yourself. I signed up to lose a few pounds. I never signed up to lead a team of 17,000. It's going to take work. Yep. You know, we all have issues. We all have quirks. I don't want to use the word flaws, but we all have things about us, you know. But it's about working and getting better. And, you know, the belief in network marketing, my God. I mean, if you worked in a corporate office, you have a boss. If you have a boss, most places there, for women, I feel that there is a glass ceiling. I feel that sometimes you cannot go past a certain CEO or an executive just being a woman. In network marketing, what I love is they don't care if you're black or white or gay or straight or Jewish or Christian, GED or PhD. Anybody who is passionate can be successful. So for me, network marketing is the ultimate business model. You talk, 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 talk. You put in the work, and then the rest of your life, you lay on a beach sipping Malibus. I mean, it's an incredible thing to be able to get paid from people who you don't even know. I have 17,000 people. My mom says, how? I'm like, I don't know them all, Mom. She doesn't understand it, but it's an incredible business model. And the Cougars especially say family first, you know, God first, then family, then the business. And they really do want you to live your life and interweave this into your life. And many of the people who are successful started doing this in the pockets of their spare time. And I don't know any other business model where you can get paid as much as you want for the rest of your life. You work hard like nobody else to live like nobody else. Yeah. You know, they never said that, well, you know, the Cepedas have experience. You don't. You can't build a second leg. Only they can. There's no discrimination here against anyone. If you want to go, you go. And if you don't, you don't. And if you want to take the summer off and travel to Europe, you can do that. Your business is still safe. Yep. You don't get in trouble. You don't have to report to anyone. You don't have to punch a clock. I can pick my kids up from school and put a little time in after. It's just, I've never seen a more incredible business model. I wonder if immigrants who came into this country knew something of this, how many more successful people we would have in this industry.
Yeah, no kidding.
You know, it's remarkable to me.
Me too. Well, one of the things that I really want everybody to hear loud and clear is Angela has talked to thousands of people. And did you say you've enrolled over 500 people yourself, personally enrolled?
Yeah.
That is a lot of conversations that you're having. And, you know, I think one thing people tend to do is compare themselves to others, and you can't expect results like that if you're talking to just a couple people a month. You know, you really have to, if this is a goal of yours, and financial freedom is a goal of yours, and helping others achieve goals like this, and helping others achieve financial freedom is a goal for you. It's all about how many conversations you're having. It really is. It's really that simple. How many people are you talking to? Okay, so what's next for Angela?
I would really, really like to get some more six-figure income earners on my team. My friend Sophia, I'd like her to hit 3-star. I'm trying to get 200 to 300 people to celebration. Small goals. I don't think it's about income or stars for me anymore. I'm pretty happy where I am. I just think it's about keeping my word and helping the other people get there now. I would love to have some more executives this year. My friend Jenny is amazing. Monica, you know, we have so many great people who so deserve this, and you know, I just want to continue to work with the team and help them keep enrolling, keep helping people change their health, change their wealth, and just keep working. I love it.
Yeah. All right. And any tips that you want to leave our listeners with? Any of your top tips that you would like to share?
Daily habits. Have some good ones. I know that life and kids and husbands and families sometimes doesn't permit you to do what you want, but get in at least 2 conversations. 2 conversations is literally 40 minutes a day. Make sure that you're speaking to at least 2 to 3 new people a day. If you're not speaking, 1 day goes by, 2 days go by, 3 days go by. Before you know, it's been a week since you've touched your business. You are a business owner. You really have to treat it as such, you know, and just have the do whatever it takes attitude. If you take a Zumba class, you know, it takes guts, but speak to the teacher. Say, hey, would you mind if I do a little presentation for 5 minutes after class, just to tell the students about health and wellness? Go into the vitamin shop, go to the manicure salon, leave your cards. Just be in action, and action can be anything. You can go to Walgreens and tell the person there your story. It's about connecting, trying new things, and interweaving this into your life. But please don't take this gift for granted. You have been given a miracle. Some will go very fast. some not so fast. The only way to fail is by giving up. And, you know, this is just, it's answered my prayers, my dreams, everything. So don't give up on this. You're very, very lucky to have stumbled upon this. And as am I. You know, every day I feel very grateful for this.
Yeah. Oh, I couldn't agree more. All right, Ange. Well, thank you for your time today. You're a gift to me. Meeting you was certainly one of my greatest highlights so far. You're a dear friend to me, and I just look forward to more and more time together to get to know each other better and become even closer. And I just want to, really applaud you for the work that you do. Your team's amazing, and I just can't wait to see what's next for you, my friend.
Thank you. You're incredible. The feeling is mutual. And I just thank you for the opportunity to share. And I hope that I was able to inspire someone just to go a little harder, a little faster. So thank you for this opportunity.
Oh, thank you, my friend. I love you.
I'll be back. Thank you, Cindy.